What's up, party people? Live 58 Dream Street with James with Games. Day 8 of our Ultima 5 Warriors of Destiny Let's Play. So let me fire up the DOSBox emulator here. Boom. I think I've still got my volume at an acceptable level for all of us, so we're not overwhelmed by the occasionally pretty rough sound effects here in Ultima 5. Alright. Hey, British! Welcome! So, I think I'm going to recap the entire Ultima series at the start of the game. But, story so far, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic we will have a good evening. The story so far is that after becoming the Avatar and a model of virtue for all the citizens of Britannia, the Avatar returned to his own dimension, only to be summoned back some time later by his companion Shimino and Iolo to discover that... what time is it here? In-game. Early in the morning. Right, because we were ambushed by slimes when we tried to camp. So let's sleep the night away. Only to discover that Britannia has fallen into dictatorship. Lord British has gone missing during an expedition in the dungeons below Britannia. Lord Blackthorn took charge in his stead, but has been corrupted by the 3 Shadowlords. That's the fellows you see there on the box art up above my head. And they represent hatred, cowardice, and falsehood, the anti-principles of the virtues of Britannia. And so things are bad, and it's up to the Avatar to figure it out. When last we met, I don't have my volume at a good level. There we go. That's a bit better. We had finally acquired a skiff. So let's find out how this goes. Can I enter? No. Do I board? Yes. Alright. So I'm on a skiff. And we've got a row. I gotta find out where I can get with this skiff. Now I'm thinking that the moving water there represents deeper water that I either cannot or should not row into. I would hope it would be cannot, but I don't want to find out. I guess, actually, you know what? If I'm gonna find out, now's the time. Okay. The rough seas hit a skiff sort of like lava and cause damage to the whole party. So that is something I'll avoid, but it's not quite as catastrophic as, say, the skiff just immediately capsizing and the entire party dying, which did seem like a possibility there. I should get the map open. I believe that my skiff is indeed going to be sufficient to carry me to the island where Moonglow is, but on the way, we might be able to pop in to the very isolated lakeside town of Cove next to Loch Lake. I just gotta position my windows here so I can see both the map but also keep the game on top, so to speak. Is this the inlet I'm looking for? It is, I believe. So, can we go under the bridge? Yes, we can. Alright. Ooh, went into the... Why are there rough seas in the middle of a lake? I really feel like my skiff should be able to handle. Oh well. There it is. There's Cove. Yeah, I guess really strong winds in the middle of the lake. Maybe there's so many reeds in the middle of the lake, you row in and you're like, oh no, it's somehow causing us to die. Poison ivy reeds. I mean, what do I know about the botany of Britannia? Now. No. Exit? Yeah. One of those things where it's become more rational, the keyboard hotkeys for Ultima 5 versus Ultima 4. In Ultima 4, for example, there was both K for climb and then D for descend. And so you had to, you couldn't just... There were a couple times in the game where you've got a ladder going up and down, and it mattered. But that really just seems like something that you could have solved by always having K do the climb like it does now. And then have it say up or down, or dost thou wish to ascend or descend? I'm going to assume I'm going to save just because why not? But I'm optimistic that Cove is going to be in decent condition. Here we are. Ooh, we got a healer and an apothecary. So, we should find out how the economy is in Cove. Oh, dude, are you going to lunch? No. Alright. Yes, you may. Show me your reagents, sir. Ooh. He's got the real questionable ones. Nightshade and the Mandrake. It was Black Pearl that I wanted to mix more Gravpore, I believe. But there's no reason to believe anything when you have the ancillary materials here. So let me just look at the Book of Lore. Gravpore takes Ash and Pearl. We can't get any Ash here. So I'll be kicking myself now that I didn't stock up that in you. But my interest first, sir, is these Black Pearls. Ah, it's the bad price. Well, I will take one order of those. I'll take two. Take two orders. No, you know what? Not yet. Because I might get to Moonglow and find out that they're more reasonable there. What about Spider Silk, though? Can I get a good price on Spider Silk here? It's not great. Still 8 for 2, but that's substantially better. Substantially. 3 gold a pop better than they run in U. So let me take a couple hits of that. And then just like, yeah, Nightshade and Mandrake. In Ultima 4, those were like secret herbs that you had to find somewhere in the world. So I never used them because I was very narrow in my use of magic anyway. So let's find out. What's the cost? 14 gold a pop. Whew! I might as well grab one. And what about Mandrake? 21 per root. I don't think I need it enough yet, because let me just look here at the circles of magic. Oh, you know what? Mandrake can be used to cast Call Animal in the second circle. And yeah, okay. You know what? Sure, why not? Why not? You only live once. Thank you, sir. Now, have thou a wife or something? Nope. No one who I can talk to and gain information about the town of Cove. Though I already feel pretty good about the town of Cove. Hello, sir. I don't need your healing. He's got a whole oh, not a family. The healer. He's got patience. I won't disturb them just yet. Hello, people of Cove. Cove is just a tourist trap now. It's just shops. Terrible tourist trap because, oh, this is weird. Religious folks, I guess. You see a pretty young girl. I am called Ava. Well, Ava, let me just set up a page on my spreadsheet here so I can record the things that you tell me. Cove. Ava. Alright. So that's your name. What do you do? Sister and I care for this temple. Makes sense. Who's your sister? Tell me about her. Leona. Well, tell me about her. Talk to my sister if you want to know about my sister. She's right here, probably. Okay. Tell me about your temple. A virtue? Which virtue? Dost thou wish to make an offering? Yeah. Yes. We welcome thee. Took a little bit of money. What's thy name? My name doth be James. We asked for 5 crowns. Wilt thou give? Heck yeah. We thank thee. Great. Well, thanks for very little here, Ava. Lead a life of virtue. I only remember one in the game. Was it Cove, British? No, you know what? I'm just excited by how easy it was to get to Cove in this game compared to Ultima 4, where your options were either find out, like, by random chance, find the whirlpool that moves around the seas every time you move, at random. Yeah, okay. Moves around, does nothing, like never resets in the DOS version anyway. And if you sail your ship into it, you'll get tossed into Lock Lake and you get to Cove. Elsewise, the only way to get to Cove was to you could wait by the lake and hope that pirates spawned, and I tried that. And it took a lot of my time, and it did nothing. Lead a life of virtue. By the way, Ava, I'm the friggin' Avatar. I live a life of the most virtue. Humbly, though. With humility. 86. There's no return from 86. Yeah, I knew you were called Leona. What do you do? Care for the temple. Yeah, I figure. Temple of Virtue. Yeah, I'm not getting sucked into this again. I already gave your sister 5 gold. What about we? No. She's not going to tell me anything about her sister. That's fine. Ladies, it was a pleasure karma farming you. No, I'm happy to support. In Ultima 4, I realized that kind of a critique of a common critique of virtue. I don't know how common the critique of virtue ethics is, but actual virtue ethics sometimes critiqued on the grounds of if you view the center of ethics being in, displaying a virtuous personality, are you not tempting yourself, or does that not lead towards kind of looking inwards entirely and being self-obsessed and like, oh, now I'm the most virtuous? Isn't that like, you could look at, say, Alexander the Great, given direct virtue training for years by Aristotle to try to create a philosopher king, and then instead he's like, well, I'm Alexander the friggin' Great. I'm the best king there ever was. I'm just going to spend my whole life conquering until someone kills me. And in Ultima 4, once you maxed out your virtues, some of the virtues, yeah. If you're practicing humility well, it should be self-canceling. So in Ultima 4, though, with some of the virtues, it actually mattered. Like, you can, even once you've maxed out the score and achieved enlightenment, you still got to be valorous. Like, you can't start running from battles once you've achieved that, or you'll lose your enlightenment. With compassion, though, you could lose compassion by, like, killing people or, doing bad things. But you could not, like, the best way to gain compassion is to give money to beggars. But just passing the beggars by doesn't cost you any compassion. So there's a built-in incentive in the game to literally be like, I'm not talking to beggars. No more money for beggars now, because what good are they to me? I can't benefit from giving them anything. So I made a point in Ultima 4 to just keep on helping the beggars even after I achieved compassion, because it just felt like the right thing to do. Sailing the seas by night. Well, we're not sailing, are we? We're rowing. That's exhausting. Rowing all night. But since we're just hugging the shore, you know what? No, this is... Why would I do that when I could use a rest? Yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of bards. we can keep we can get a round going. We can layer some harmonies. Oh wait, I forgot. Shimino is higher level than us, so he actually had benefit to. Oh, Shimino. Well, at least he. Why am I blaming Shimino? Shimino's the one who woke us up, so the bats didn't just kill us. Anyway, bats are pretty easy, which is great. We'll kill them. Can't shoot around the corner like that. That's okay. That's okay. It's only one wasted turn. Julia is still got a melee weapon from her experience with the slimes right before. All right, let's start killing bats, gang. One down. Missed. Jana getting into position. Boom. Shimino killing bats. You help stand by your man, Gweno. Boom. Beautifully done. While extremely similar to the tactical battle system of Ultima 4, the tactical battle system of Ultima 5 is just so much better. Just all the minor, both little quality of life improvements, like diagonal aiming. It was super frustrating in Ultima 4 when all the monsters can shoot their projectiles diagonally. The heroes are stuck shooting in the 4 cardinal directions. But, so diagonal aiming helps. The rebalancing of hit points, although obviously it's taken... Hit point values maximums were much higher in Ultima 4. And that was obviously something I struggled with early on, constantly getting myself killed. Because it just hadn't yet sunk into me what I wanted to be doing. Iolo is not doing great against the bats, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. No, nothing to panic about just yet. Bats aren't nothing. Alright. Yeah. Not going to have a terribly long stream today because it's Sunday. There's only so much weekend time, and I got to really use it to run my errands because I'm at the point now where I got real stuff to do during the weeks. It's doubly unfortunate that just at the same time that planning my fall courses becomes a consuming priority and like nailing down those details. I've done a lot of planning for the things you can plan for before you have submitted budget requests and heard what's going on and like have any idea exactly what's going to happen. But getting everybody hired, getting everybody on board, figuring out now how many people actually applied that I was able to hire and what am I going to be able to do. That stuff is pressing now. And then on top of that, my summer course is coming to a close, which is also busy time. So, yeah. Summer fun is done for the kid. I'm hard at it, Monday to Friday at least. And so far, I'm not working on the weekends and not feeling guilty about not working on the weekends. So that's a big personal growth step for me to take the weekends off. Something we should all do, unless you have a job that explicitly involves weekend shift work, in which case you probably should go to work so you don't get fired. At least the bats don't split in half when you hit them. But we're taking our time cleaning this. There we go. Down to 1. I don't think Johnny can get this hit. Oh, the U.S. especially, yeah. Fortunately, I'm at least not American, but I am in a quasi-academia. I'm not a researcher because I'm not a professor, and I used to do some mild research work on the side, but now I'm all teaching. But I'm still, wedded to the academic year. And then on top of that, got a lot of students, especially, this fall, we're looking at huge class. They told me to expect 400. And I haven't had that many students. The very first year that I taught on the main roster, so to speak, teaching in fall and winter for the Faculty of Engineering at my institution. Okay, well, yeah, no treasure from the bats, which I suppose makes sense. Let's review everyone's experience. Gweno is going to be leveling up at such time as we are visited by the apparition. That's nice. Iolo's on the way. Shimino is healthily through it. What about Jana? Jana's still creeping her way up to level 3. It's tough. Okay, well, we're done. Let's try the whole camping thing again, team. 9 hours. Yeah, we'll set a watch. I guess Gweno is not super likely to take a ton of damage on account of being in the back, shooting her bow. So, be great for the apparition to show up right now, though. I really can't stress enough how much I would love if that. Lord British does not hear our prayers. That's trying to enter the boat instead of just immediately remembering to board it is not something that I am going to ever get the hang of, I don't think. If I haven't got the hang of it by now. Because I spent the whole time in good old Ultima 4. Board what? I mean, enter what? Ooh, a mysterious hut in a poison swamp. Ooh, I'm getting, well, not low on food, but I don't have a ton of food. Well, hopefully Moonglow is a provisioner. Okay, what's the state of my Andox? I got 7. I can mix up to 6 more. Let's do it, team. Let's do it and be legends. We'll save, just in case this turns out to be like the Hut of the Dragons or something. Enter hut. Oh, the hut works like a... Oh, the hut doesn't work like a battle, and that's why we're all still taking damage from the poison. Tough call. It's a lot of Andoxing to cure everyone here. Let's just find out what this is. Worst comes to worst, I can save scum this. Oh, good. Just a giant rat. Anything in the barrel? Nothing of note. Well, this is the worst hut in a poison swamp I've ever been to. Let's just bail. Let's go back to before we all got poisoned and then bled a lot. Remember the skeleton. Was there a skeleton there? I didn't even see it. If there was one. At any rate, I think I will mental note that poisonous hut and maybe try it on the way back. Oh, remember the skeleton from Ultima 4. Skeleton from Ultima 4. I'm gonna work on remembering that, British. I remember the skull. Obviously. I remember... well, geez. Now, after I've gone to all the work of rebooting, now I want to go back in and see if something recurs to me. No, you know what? If it comes to me later, it'll come to me. Let's get on the skiff and achieve the dream of getting to Moonglow. Or the non-dream of starving to death on the way or something. Skeleton in Ultima 4. Trying to remember if there was a... I remember one friendly skeleton. Is that a friendly talking rat? Now I'm super curious. And I am going to... I'm going to try to talk to that rat when I go back. There's the desert. I know there's a demon somewhere in that desert. And that demon can tell me something about the Shadowlord of Hatred. Alright. Alright. There. It took a minute. Because my first, when you said, remember the skeleton, my first reaction was, friendly skeleton? Is there a friendly skeleton? And I just couldn't, I couldn't bring the memory to mind. Because I remember the friendly ghost from the Haunted Inn. And so then I was like, oh, there's a friendly skeleton. But yeah, I think there was. And I do believe that's what's being hinted to me. Okay. Is this where I want to go? Bridge. There's a bridge here. Okay, hold on. If I go up here, I think the map is just using some... I think the cloth map is kind of messing with me here because it's not using the colors I would expect to represent the poison swamp. But okay, let's get off. Let's camp. Let's hope for good Lord British. Sorry, Jana, but you're in full health, so you're gonna stay up all night while the rest of us catch some disease. No sign of Lord British. But we lasted the night. Oh, there we go. Boarded on the first try. So if I'm reading the map correctly, and I'm almost positive that I am, because the shape of this island is pretty familiar to me by now. Yeah, there it is. The Lycaeum. Let's hit it. Definitely going to have to make a new spreadsheet thing before I even go in. Get a horse. There's no way I can take my horse on a skiff. I mean, actually, maybe I can. But intuitively, that seems unlikely. Now, these guards aren't going to extort me. But they are, much like lots of guards in Ultima 4, are just rude and they're not going to talk to me. Ah, the stables, silver horses. You know, back on the mainland, it might be a good time to look into getting a horse. Pub and healer on the second floor. Well, this pub sells rations. Oh, it's far too early in the morning. That's fine. We'll come back. Climbing up. This is a... Oh. This is an elaborate castle, the Lycaeum. Hopefully I don't starve to death just exploring. Ah, I got 21 food. There's the folks. Lovers of truth. Enjoy sleeping in too. Some of those folks, of course, might be my buddies. I've got an apothecary. You know what? I should be noting these things in my spreadsheet. The Lycaeum has a pub, a healer, an apothecary. All very good things to have in a castle. Are you a friendly guard? No, you're not. To you, people. Oh! See a tall man with a bearing of wisdom and power. What is thy name? I'm James. Well met, worthy servant of truth. What's your name? Lord Shallaneth. Alright. Do you rule here, Lord Shallaneth? What's your job? The Lord of the Keep of Truth. Keep. The Lycaeum is the Keep of Truth. Yes, I understand that, sir. Dost thou not recognize the avatar? We use the precepts of truth to strengthen our magic. What are the precepts of truth? Oh. Can't help me. It is truth that lends our arts the power to overcome all evil if we but trust in it. Evil? A creature of great evil must hide its name, for it is at the mercy of one armed with such a simple truth. I see what you're getting at, buddy. Because I'm going to learn the names of these Shadowlords, I bet. I'll go up to them and I'll go, hey, Shadowlord. Jeff! Oh, it probably won't be Jeff. Not just because that's not a very Shadowlordy name, but because one of the Avatar's companions is Jeffrey. But Scott. If the Shadowlord of Hatred is actually Scott, I'll be like, Scott! And he'll be like, oh! And his hood will come down. It's just some nerd named Scott. Okay. Name. Oh, he's going to tell me his name if I say name. Okay, thank you, sir. That was invaluable information. Abandon not thy quest? Yeah, I wasn't planning to abandon my quest, buddy. You see a chivalric, battle-hardened knight, Lord Hrian. Alright. You know you're dealing with a fancy man when he's not just a lord, he's got an apostrophe in the middle of his name. Now, what's your job? You fight for the ways of truth. Fight? In these days, truth is in great peril. Days? Truth? In these days, truth is in great peril. Peril? Ah. Blackthorn has warped the meaning of the virtues to match his self-righteous needs. Alright. Virtues? The people live as sheep manipulated by his misguided principles. Virtue, when imposed by force rather than belief and choice, lacks the meaning that is required for a guiding force in one's life. I don't know if that doesn't sound like a magical thing that's going to help me cast a spell anywhere, but it does sound like the kind of information that is good life advice. So thank you for that. Can't tell me anything more about life. Can you tell me the secret of meaning? Ah. Okay. Well, you know what? Thank you. Could this, on account of the sprites being genderless, could this be Mariah, a wise and beautiful princess? My name is Lady Janelle. All right. Well, tell me about yourself, Lady Janelle. We do a lot of this in Ultima, meeting people, asking them about their job. You're the queen of the Magi. That's cool. Tell me more about your queenliness. Evil times are before us, but the hearts of our people shall persevere. Persevere? Yeah. Hearts? Though the days grow darker, there are many who still seek the light of truth. Seek? I know of 2 sisters, ascetics of a temple of virtue, who know of the evil artifact which most opposes truth. Artifact? Seek out the twin sisters in the hidden city of Cove. Oh, you didn't have to give me that information. But you did need to give me that second bit of information. Okay. So, not unlike Ultima 4, which involved both the learning of secret words and the finding of artifacts in order to unlock the virtues and enter the Stygian abyss and read the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom or whatever. We're looking for names. Again, I'm inferring, but the secret names of the Shadowlords, that sounds like a thing. Dost thou meditate at shrines? Yeah. I'm the Avatar needs to... He must be wearing his Ankh on the inside of his armor. Put that on the outside when we're in the castles. Dost thou seek the shrine of spirituality? Yeah. I seek them all. Enter one of the mystic moon gates precisely at midnight, then thou shalt find the shrine. Thank you. I knew that because I'm the Avatar, but I appreciate that you're telling me that. That's helpful. It would be helpful if I was starting the series with Ultima 5 and didn't already have that knowledge, thanks to Ultima 4 and Richard Garriott's decision to really normalize his world so that you can carry your knowledge from sequel to sequel. All right. Well, thanks so much, Lady Janelle. You're a G. You're down since day 1. That's someone I already spoke to, I think. Well, let's look. A villager. Oh, yeah. Hey, Rian. Good knowing ya. Let's keep looking around. Oh, is the pub open? Because if they're selling rations... that would be pretty helpful. Ooh. Young nobleman, I'm Sir Sean. Every time I see that spelling of Sean, I remember growing up, one of my neighbors, one of the kids in the neighborhood, was a great guy. Well, he wasn't always, but he became a great guy. He's got a beautiful family now. I only hear about them through Facebook, but they're all lovely. And then my immediate neighbors, one of whom is named Sean, spelled like that. We got into a big argument with this guy from across the street because he insisted that Sean was pronounced Shane. And we kept saying, like, that's Sean's name. Like, definitely how it's spelled. Keeper of the Eternal Flame of Truth. I'm just going to note that as your job. You're the Flame Keeper. My man. Okay. Oh, I just asked you this. You're the Keeper. Tell me more. We stand against the 3 evil lords who ravaged the land. Lords? The Shadowlords. Shadowlords? They are foul specters. Specters, you say? Indeed they are. Okay, fine. Tell me more about this flame that you're the keeper of. We stand against the... okay. The land. Shadowlords. Alright, let's see. Am I missing anything in here? Specters. Okay, there's specters. I don't think so. Indeed. Indeed. Ah, that is good fan canon, British. British has saved the day. For anyone watching this on YouTube who can't see British's explanation, because the chat, I haven't integrated the chat into the stream yet. British has just said that he explains no one recognizing the Avatar with 2 factors. A lot of time has passed in Britannia, so, you know, a lot of the adults that we're talking to were children when the Avatar was coming through. And also, the Avatar knows he's a wanted man. So he's got a very good reason to maybe, like, if the Avatar had a mustache, he shaved it. If he didn't, he's grown it in. He is keeping the Avatar Ankh, the Ankh of virtue, on the inside of the shirt. Okay. Nonetheless, that was very helpful. I wish thee luck, though I fear for thy life. Oh, jeez. Well, now I fear for mine life. What's this? A hidden door. It's locked. Key broke. It unlocked. It's just the bedroom that I can get into from the other direction. Okay. But, oh, despite the logic of symmetrical video game castle design, it doesn't look like there's a hidden door on the other side. Fair enough. What's this? Library. Ooh. Hello. A wizened scribe. Rollo the scribe. That name sounds so familiar. I don't know if I've heard it in conjunction with Ultima, and which would make this guy really important if I've heard his name before. Or if I just heard it in something else, or if I'm just imagining that I heard it. You're a scribe. Okay, yeah, sure. What do you scribe? Duties of a librarian. You've written a number of works that we have published. Tell me about them. Scribe. Alright. Published. I compiled the reference work known as the Book of Lore. Hast thou seen it? Yes, it's very handy. So enjoy it? I did. It's a quality manual. Thank thee, kind soul. Yeah, I'm kind. Whoops. Ah, it doesn't matter. Lyca will get the job done. In our libraries, we keep many important Britannian documents. Documents? 'Tis here that the journal of Lord British's expedition to the underworld was authenticated. British? Expedition? Yes, 'tis sad, but 'twould seem that there's little hope for his return. Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. Spoiler alert, but I hath seen the future. And there are several more Ultima games. Ah, you're not going to give me authenticated. Okay. Okay. I always want the bookshelves to have books on them. Somebody's going down for some lunch, probably. Oh, but that's another floor down, isn't it? Well, that's fine. Oh, no. Now I'm in the basement. Hello, sir. Come see my shop when it's open. Lady Hayden. She's both stately and fair. Whoa. Have you heard of the Avatar, Lady Hayden? What's your job? You seek the ways of truth and knowledge. Okay. Whoops. Turf. I cannot help thee with that. Oh, she can't even... she's still looking for them. She can't help me. Knowledge. Yes, I study here with Lord Rian. Okay. He is the keeper of the royal horses. And a fine man. You didn't tell me that. Horses? Find peace in riding our sturdy mounts through the forest to the south. It helps me think of my magic and happier times. Magic? Once wrought our spells for learning, not to save our lives when confronted by evil creatures. Peace is a more valuable part of our lives now. Peace? If only one still unafraid to fight for virtue of the land walked. Art thou afraid? No. Then there is hope. Hope? Cannot help me with that. Well, maybe I helped you, Lady Hayden. Maybe I helped you. It's just a guard. Guards are a taciturn. Horses. Tell me what your horse is, buddy. No. Alright. Guards are heading back to work. This guy is just chilling. He's not in his shop. Oh, this is the pub. Where dost one go to actually be served in this pub? I don't know. I guess probably it gets served in here. Aha! Come see me in my shop when it's open. Who's this guy? Hey, Rob. Yeah, you can serve me. I would like rations. That's not a good price. So, I'm going to roll the dice on Moonglow having more economical rations. But I'll keep a careful save just in case I need to get back here and prevent starvation. How many would I like? 0, please. Hrumph. Anything else for me? No. You know what, Rob? Maybe if your prices were a little more reasonable. Wizened Scribe. I've already spoken to you, haven't I? Yeah. Hey, Rollo. Have a good day, buddy. You know what? We've learned a lot here in the Lycaeum, and that makes sense. That's the Lycaeum's entire brand. You know, if I came here and didn't learn anything... Oh yeah, that's the library. What's down here? Just more bedrooms. Okay. Well, my hope of finding Mariah here doesn't look like it's going to be fulfilled. But then again... Lady Hayden. Yeah. Hey, Lady Hayden. You have fun with the horses there. Locked. Okay. And that's just the stables. Oh goodness, we're down. Getting low on food. Alright. So what I'll do is I'll head out, throw in a save, and I'm not going to save again in case I get to Moonglow and there's no provisioner. And I realize I desperately needed to buy overpriced rations to stay alive. Heading south to Moonglow, the city of truth. Or at least it used to be. Stately lord in fine attire. Well, before we talk, my lord, let me throw down a sheet for Moonglow. Good stuff. Okay. What be thy name? Oh. His name is Don Piat, and he is the head counsel for this fine community. Well, that's cool. I'm James. Can you be of service unto me? Yeah, sure. Thou may wish to frequent our fine pub or our herbalist, but avoid the man in the tower. Tower. The man in the tower is a seed of discontent and will bring the ill fortune. Fortune. Ill fortune. Seed. Discontent. Okay. Great. Well, good talking to you, buddy. Malik. Ooh, is this my guy I'm looking for? Yes. Malik knows a man who tried to make a glass sword. What is my name? I'm James. Pleasure. Oh, the pleasure's all mine, Malik. Sword? Can you tell me about a sword? I once knew a man who tried to make glass weapons. I don't want to sound creepy, Malik, but I knew that, buddy. I know all about you. I think he gave up and became a pirate. Probably lives in Buccaneer's Den now. The man who tried to make the glass sword. This does not sound like a child's dialogue, but whatever. To make the glass sword is a pirate now. We're gonna need a frigate to get to the Buccaneer's Den, which is on an island on the high seas where my skiff fears to row. My interest is Abai. Actually, what can you tell me about the Buccaneer's Den? Nothing. Pirate. Alright, kid, I like you. You're alright. Got a library. People in Moonglow. Love the truth. The truth is in books. I guess is the idea. And they're, they like magic. They love books for a variety of reasons. And you know what? There's a lot to be said for books. Oh, I gotta find. I know Blackthorn's Law of Honesty. Alright. This is our Mr. Discontent. Zachariah. What's your job? Study the stars. Study? Stars? I watch the signs among the planets. Signs? Comets have come, a sign of evil. Comets? There are 3 comets in the firmament. Likely, each of these represents one of the Shadowlords. It seems that when a comet aligns with a planet, the city of that virtue comes under attack. Okay. Align. Okay. Attack. If only the Avatar would return. Avatar? Art thou the Avatar? I am. Indeed? What is thy name? James, the Avatar. What is the password of our resistance? Dawn. I have news that may aid thee. Hook it up, sir. There's a mage named Goeth that knows the newly discovered power of the moon gates. Yeah, exactly. That I should have said that out loud since I'm on a stream. But what he told me, this guy's... trust me, I run things here. I'm a collaborator here with the dictatorial regime, and trust me, you don't want none of that discontented guy. I immediately thought, yeah, I'm not going to be avoiding this guy. Sounds like he's got the kind of discontent I like. Goeth knows a newly discovered power of the moon gates. My man. Seek him out in Shalom. Beware, some say he's gone insane. Well, not too insane. He just says some random words backwards. Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, where's the putt? Oh. So this dude, owns the tower in the middle of Moonglow. Alright. We gotta eat. Yeah, that's a... It clicked, fortunately for me, but I can see it being tricky because, it's not just that you're daisy chaining. It's your daisy chaining, but you also got to pull in the resistance word. Oh my goodness. Well, that... yeah, that would not help. I suppose probably fumbling through the game probably helped with the learning of English. Yes, you can serve me. Rations, come on, come on. Oh, my boy. My boy. Yes, I'll take 3. No, just 2. Just 2. We don't need to... Because we very well might... Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Games, you know, pop culture, films. That's something I tell my students is because a lot of our English second language students will just ask me, "Oh, Mr. Ross, how can I get better at English?" And for writing, I say, look, just like even with your with your other Chinese friends or with your other Arabic friends or your other Indian friends or wherever you're from, other friends who speak your same mother tongue. While you're here, try to talk in English now and then. That'll help with the talking. When you're texting, try to text in English and write like real sentences, and that'll help. And then for understanding the language, yeah, play video games. I mean, you could do, you could take British's approach here. Play a game that you're not familiar with in a language you don't understand, and just make your way through it and gradually get better. No, sir, but that was great. Thank you. What a mensch. If you're going to tell me, good day to thee, James. Art thou well today? I am well. Glad to hear it. Who are you? That's rude now. What's your job again? Head counsel. Counsel? Moonglow. Moonglow. Yes! Bye. I will, sir. Guards didn't extort me. Can I get out of town and camp? Again? I'm going to save because we're rich in food now. And I know the Moonglow is where I want to buy my food. I think the Moonglow was the good place to buy food. I'm not 100% sure, but I think in Ultima 4 it was also the best place to buy food. I'm going to hole up all night, baby. And yeah, Shimino. It doesn't really matter. We're all doing great. But we're hoping for more than anything here is the intercession of good Lord British. Success. Gweno levels up. We are well armed to fight Death's Embrace. You are right about that one, my lord. My good Lord British. Okay, do I want to go back? Yeah, I want to find out what the economy for reagents is here. So maybe I can, not a bad time to throw in a save and let's see if somebody wants to fight. Ah! Not that kind of fight. Lousy sea serpents. It looks worse than it was. Nobody took more than 6 damage. Julia took 6. We'll just avoid those sea serpents for now. Maybe avoid the sharks too. Okay. Jeez. Terrible time for the Shadowlord of Falsehood to show up. Let's get out of here. Alright, folks. We've learned plenty. Giant rats are a nice easy fight. No, I dost not pay. Let's get down to business, team. Julia, put that sword away, girl. You got quarrels to shoot. Shimino with his really long morning star. Boom! Oh, barely wounded. Just clipped the tip of his big troll nose there. Tough troll. Being tough isn't going to save you though, son. Let's see if we can kill this rat before it poisons anybody. I didn't get it yet, but... Ooh. Lightly wounded. That would have been a great time to land a kill. The avatar is poisoned. That doesn't matter. We got tons of Annox. Gweno duffed that one. These are tough trolls. Oof. Julia messed up. Nailed the Avatar, who's really taking it on the chin in this fight so far. Not to the point of concern, though. It's a nice thing about being a bit higher level. Oh. We cannot... Okay. There. Gonna get that kill for Janna. Maybe. I guess not if the rat escapes. Ah, just take it out, Julia. It is... I guess once I... Maybe it'll turn out they'll sell Black Pearl really cheap here. And I can get some more grab poor going. Get Julia some kills. Get her to level 3. Well, this looks profitable, if nothing else. Splat. Down he goes. Can you get the shot, Gweno? Not with a regular bow. Now he's moved forward. Heavily wounded. Come on, Janna. I should have used a grab pour for this. Troll grazed. Okay, you know what? I'll use a grab pour. We're going to use it more to get the kill than because obviously we're not under any real pressure in this fight. Grab pour for the uninitiated. It's just magic missile. Beautiful. Okay. Shimino, buddy. You know your job. No trap. Well, that was a crummy chest. At least it wasn't trapped. An empty chest with a trap on it would be the... No, that wouldn't even be the worst. An empty mimic chest would be the worst thing you could possibly find. Nothing in the blood. Money in the blood. Oops. 3 gold. You know, as far as blood piles go, that's slightly... Oh, a trap. Key broke. Key broke. Key broke. False positive on the trap identification. Yep. How much gold? Come on. Okay. These were not very successful trolls. I mean, they set up on an island that only has 2 settlements. You know, mainland trolls are the ones who really make the money in Britannia. Because there's just a lot more travel going on. Not much else you can do about that. Alright. Let's find out. Oh, right. Right. We're not finding out on account of the fact that the shopkeepers would just lie to us anyway. More trolls! Gweno. Alright. No. So this one troll didn't come out for the fight before. Saw his friends all get killed. Saw the exact same people come back across his bridge and thought, I should really just do this myself. And now he's dead. And he didn't even need the money. Small shield, a main gouge, a crossbow, which we can sell because we only need 1 crossbow. Ammo caps. You know, each character can't hold their own ammo supply. So 99 is your cap for any particular weapon's ammo. So it's counterproductive to load everybody out with crossbows. Big money, key, another peer gem, and a torch. We're laughing. We're sitting on top of the world. Rolling along. Yes, we're rolling along. Here we go. Ah! Tried to enter the ship. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Row, row, row your boat carefully on the sea. It's subtle. You really gotta keep your eyes trained. Alright. Here's the desert where one day I will find a demon who might just know the name of the Shadowlord of Hatred. Now, I don't want to rule out the possibility that I just did an insufficiently thorough job of searching the Lycaeum just now, but it does seem like, and more broadly, that this game is going to be a lot less symmetrical than Ultima 4 was, in the sense that, for the most part, and there were a few exceptions, but for the most part in Ultima 4, you would get all the information that you needed about, honesty from Moonglow. So you would find the mantra of honesty, and you would find the whichever color stone it was, and stones? No. Yes? I can't remember what the items were called, because there were stones, but there were also crystals, gems, I don't know. But at any rate, you get all the honesty stuff you needed. Alright. Well, yeah. So, like, just for example, at the very, very, very start, when I got to Empath Abbey, and both got a lead on what now I think is going to be the secret name of the Shadowlord of Hatred, I did think, alright, it's worth using 3 Ann Noxes here. Even just to not hear the poison sound effect with every step I take. Yeah, so Empath Abbey, both I got a companion because I picked up Julia and young Tashi, who's now chilling in an inn in North Brittany, and alright. Hello, Mr. Rat. Aw, come on, dude. Come out of the poison. Ah. Is he scared of me? No. He's just moving at random. I think. Killing me, dude. Might as well search the rest of the barrels. Nothing of note. Fuck it. Let's do it and be legends. You see a giant rat. Squeak. What is thy name? I'm James. Squeak. What dost thou want? What dost I want? What's your name, ratty? Grendel. That's useful to know. Grendel the rat. I'm not going to create a whole spreadsheet entry just for Rat Hut, so I'll just try to remember that Grendel's a rat. What's your job? I was once a great alchemist. Someone else talked to me about Grendel. No, I'm thinking that's just sounding familiar because of Beowulf. You were an alchemist. By any chance, sir, did you have an experiment that didn't quite go the way you thought it would? Accident. Squeak. I was working on a spell called... Whew. Well, yeah, that's a complicated sounding spell, my man. We got a little translation work to do here. Let's get the runic script translator out. That's not a tool, by the way. It's just a little page in the menu that'll just tell me. I should have a pencil and not a pen. Excuse me a moment. It's compelling content. Alright. Pencil in hand. Ready to jot some stuff down. Okay. Grendel's spell. Grendel's spell. Alright. Up angle is V, of course. I should start remembering that. V-A-S. Vas. The R looking one is an R. are the M looking one. I believe. Oh, it's E. Vaz and the L. Vaz, Rel. The upside down Blair Witchy looking thing is an X. The M, as we established, is an E. And the T kind of, yeah, I guess you call it a T, is N, I think. That's the one that I have trouble with. It doesn't quite look the same in the translation. B is B, M is E, and an arrow pointing up is T. Vasrel Zen Bet. Now, there's also a guide to the magical language here in the lore book. So let's pop it on down. Yeah, when I told what's his face. Okay. Vas. Great. Rel. Great change. Zen. Creature. Bet. Small. What could you have possibly thought was going to happen? No, the spell's not, but the words that describe the spell. Great change, creature small. You really should have seen this coming, my man. What could the great change, creature small spell have possibly done to you? Besides turn you into a small creature. Okay. Spell. Can I help this guy? Yeah, yes. Yeah, he's probably had a lot of time to think about. I shouldn't rub salt in the wound. Can I help you? No. Spell. It was to be an enchantment to turn foes into rats. Well, it works then. I don't know why you tested it on yourself. Enchantment. Reagents. Spelled that wrong, but it doesn't matter. It only reads the first 4 words. Recipe? Nah. He's not going to tell me how to do this spell. Okay. But there. That's... I've learned. Alright. Well. Great. Bye. Let's get out of here. Oh, just beyond this tree. No? Oh, no. Where's the exit? Yes, I dost wish to leave. Whew. Okay. Iolo first. The dyer of the team. Ah. Well, there. Yeah. You know, I will say, personality-wise, that was a fun place. It adds flavor to the world, but okay. Yeah, he definitely didn't say, you know, if only my old pal, John, the Shadowlord of Falsehood was here. He would know how to turn me back. I'm gonna run out, yeah. Mix, man, Knox. And let's cast the rest of these bad boys. Okay, so that was not fruitful, but now we know. Can't enter the ship. All right, back to Cove to learn about a thing. Yeah, yep. We learned, we met a dude, we lamented his fate. Oh my goodness, I got it. Alright, we're in trouble, team. That was poor steering, but that's alright. I was gonna need to camp and really, oops. And yeah, sure, save the game. But let's get off our skiff. It's nighttime. It's surprisingly bright around here. But anyway, let's hole up in camp and hopefully, good Lord British. Oh yeah, Gweno's in decent enough shape. She'll stand guard. But oh Lord British, hear our pleas. Well, he didn't, but we all had a good rest. But yeah, now it's the middle of the night because British, you're correct. I shouldn't rely on my ability to read that, well, whatever. Go to Cove. Light up a torch. To the sisters, oh, of course. They just shut their gate, and that's fair. Well, I did this to myself. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Because Pocket Watch will just tell me what friggin' time it is. I'm going to do that right now. 5:15. Alright, team, let's camp for 3 hours. And Shimino will stand watch. Probably not going to gain any benefits of rest. That's fine. It's not why we were resting. We were just killing that time. Okay. Heading up here. Miladies. Alright. Refresh my own memory. They know about the Shard of Falsehood. So, I didn't need to, but now I'll just confirm it. Yeah. The Shard. Welcome, James. Oh, you remembered me. What do you know of the Shard? Art thou the avatar of legend? Yeah. Virtue makes no mistakes. We shall tell thee what we know of the Shard of Falsehood. Virtue makes no mistakes. How does it maintain its humility? Ask my sister of her vision. Alright. You don't want to tell me about the vision. You don't want your sister to feel left out. Tell me about your vision. In the deep of night, many moons ago, a vision came unto my sister and I. Oh. So... Right, fine. Ladies, this is obnoxious, but fine. You don't get a lot of visitors. We saw the Shard of Falsehood deep below a dungeon named Deceit. Okay. Okay. The path that was revealed traveled first southwest across many high peaks, opening to a large system of caverns. Then the way led southwest. Oh, goodness. Okay. This goes in the spreadsheet for sure. Okay. The way led southwest. At a major intersection, it turned northwest. Soon branching northeast. And I'm going to talk to her again and have her just repeat this. Yeah. So there's a very clear reason. And if there are these shards, if there are 3 of these shards, that's a reason to enter at least 3 dungeons. Or if they're anti-virtue rather than anti-principle, then there's a reason to enter every dungeon. Okay. After a long journey northward, my goodness. After a long journey northward, the passage turned west. Here, the path went on to rocky hills to the southwest, then turned northwest. Over a lake it ran, unto a massive series of great falls. Unto a lake it ran, unto a massive series of great falls, ending in a larger lake. Alright. Here, upon a small isle, lies the Shard of Falsehood. Upon a small isle lies the shard of falsehood. Okay. My interest is, could you run that back for me one more time to make sure I got it right? Vision. One more time. Dungeon deceit. You know what? I might. No, I have that. I got that. Okay. Revealed southwest across many high peaks. Should get that part. The high peaks. At a major intersection. Oh. Large system of caverns. Oh. Wait. Okay, yeah. I missed this whole sentence. That's before the system of caverns. Okay. And then from there, I think I got it. But let me just wrap the text here, because this is a very long cell. Okay. Then southwest, then northwest, then northeast. Long journey northward. Passage turned west. Path went on to rocky hills to the southwest. Then turned northwest. Onto a lake. Massive series of great falls, ending in a larger lake. Here upon a small isle lies the Shard of Falsehood. Okay. Now, I'm going to need to learn the secret word to bust open Dungeon Deceit, or assuming that the altars of virtue still exist. I guess the altar rooms could be a path. But yeah, that's a lot of information. That's a detailed vision that she must have woke up and just like grabbed a scroll and been like, I gotta get these directions down. Of course, nobody works. 9:02. Oh! We open promptly at 9:07 every day. Yes. Oh, you don't even sell ginseng. Sorry, man. Hexipoo, hex on you. Jeez. Imagine if in real life, when you went into a shop and like browsed a bit but then didn't buy anything, the shopkeepers insulted you on your way out. I gotta feel like that'd be bad for business. You know, like sometimes I'm comparison shopping. I'm gonna come back. Oh, hey, look. There's the shrine of probably compassion. Why wouldn't I? Just gotta remind myself what the mantra of compassion is. Quest is ordained. What's my quest? Speaky Shrine. It is now thy sacred quest to go unto the Codex and learn of the heart of a cruel soul. So far, the two shrines I've uncovered have both given me a quest that is really just go to the Codex. So obviously, we're going to be plumbing the Great Stygian Abyss. At some point in our journey. What time is it? Ah, I got it. I still got it. Good little bit of time. Oh, I remembered. I wrote it down. Because, like, obviously, even if all of these shrine quests go to the Codex, I mean, last time I went to the Codex, the game culminated in a trivia challenge. So I'm definitely sensitive to the need to get the details right. Okay. Let's... What do we need? What do we need? I mean, food more than anything. Makes sense. Travel with 6 people. Eating a lot. We could use reagents. Oh, right! Right! The Stygian Abyss is going to be like the Stygian Mountain. Or, I mean, it probably won't be called that. But, yeah, I remember now. Thank you for that reminder, British. What was I looking at? Oh, I was just looking at what I needed. What I need is food and reagents, as always. So why don't we hit the road to the south? You know what? Let me peek at my map just a minute, because I'm curious. Yeah, I think I can. I think after I re-up here, I gotta really think about maybe switching my setup around. Put my camera on my good monitor and not the laptop screen, because boy, the colors are just popping on the DOS box when I look over there. It's a little bit duller on the screen I'm actually looking at. Hello, good people of Pause. Please just, yes, be operating your business. Yes, you canst serve me. Rations, please. 29 gold. Yeah, okay, I should have gone nuts. I should have just bought a ton. Oh well. Let's just do one right now. 60 is good. Thank you, Dr. Cat. Now, what does a horse run, a gentleman? Who is this wizard? Have I even talked to them? I'll talk to them in a moment. I'm Faru. Welcome to the Wishing Well Horses on this fine afternoon. Have you come in search of strong, healthy horses? I mean, if I'm looking for horses, those are the kind I want. Sir... No, I can't. I'm sorry. Blistered feet? Don't blame us. Well, I wasn't going to blame you, but I can't afford your prices, sir. It's just how it is. I'm called Bandai. That's a... if they make a remastered version of this game, hope they remember to change his name to Bandai Namco. Where am I now? Pause. Wordplay. Gotta love it. Seek a magical beast. Cool. By any chance are you seeking a talking rat? Because I can help you out. Since the last age, rumors abound of a legendary horse. Legend? Do tell. I searched for Smith, the notorious talking horse. Smith is his name. I do not doubt the rumors, but this I must see for myself. Dost thou believe in talking horses? I mean, I don't not believe. Hast thou seen one? No. Too bad. Well, if I see one, I'll tell you, buddy. Good talking to you. Oh. Wait. 6:17, and this dude's like, huh. Talking to that one customer for 1 minute. Yeah, I heard about this Lazarus project. I don't know how many... Did they do all the games to try to remaster them? Is it like they're remade in the Dungeon Keeper engine or something like that? Alright, thank you, Pause. Great place to visit. What's the state of my knowledge of Trinsac? I know very little about Trinsac at this point. Ah. Yeah. So maybe that's the only one that I've even heard of. Certainly sounds like it'd be a fun challenge. Although, quite frankly, I'm personally entirely satisfied with the presentation of Ultima 5 in this state. So I was very fond of Ultima 4, and now this is just like a slightly nicer... Well, not slightly nicer. This is substantially nicer looking than Ultima 4. Yeah, we'll set a watch. Jana, you're at full health, girl. We're all rested up. Yeah, wouldn't hurt to see Lord British, but it also didn't hurt that he didn't show up. Ah, slow progress. I should be more mindful. Now that that slow progress doesn't... Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, Ultima 6 kind of they blew it all out, so it's all like a single map. Like there's no like stand on the town, press enter, and get teleported to the town map. Which I can definitely see making that on its own. I can see making the world as a whole feel smaller, even if it's more continuous. But then on top of that, I would just expect that probably these games become a bit more narrative driven, and that in itself, if my supposition is correct, that would also kind of, I think, pull you in a little. Whereas this, like, when it just sets a big old world in front of you and just goes like, figure it out, save the day. Oh, Shadowlord of Falsehood, lousy jerk. All right, well, like true heroes, let's just wander around killing stuff. A lot of orcs, but I think we are well equipped to deal with a bunch of orcs. This might not be a bad time for Julia or for Jana here to bust out one more grab pour. I don't want to go nuts with these. They're a little pricey at the moment, but barely wounded. All right, that wasn't worth it. Yeah, I can anticipate, I can kind of imagine the feeling that you're describing, and I guess I'll find out because I will not be stopping here. That's for sure. This series just really hits the spot for me. Oh, can't shoot an arrow through the forest. That's fair. Wait, is that true? Oh no, that one just missed. That was just a genuine miss. I'll play it safe and have her come forward some. Oh, Jana. You gotta... Okay, Iolo. Get in there and protect Jana. Yeah. Forest is an issue here. There we go. Nicely done. Yeah, I know that critical acclaim wise, I've gotten the impression that more acclaim accrued to Ultima 4, and I understand why, in the sense that it was like a gigantic paradigm shift from Ultima 3, which was already a very well regarded game. But then this is very much just like, it feels like Ultima 4, but every bit of it is just that much more polished. Yeah, a nice thing about the indie development boom and likewise the sort of not exactly the same phenomenon but related, the Kickstarter and crowdfunding phenomenon, is that there's a lot of developers out there and they're all looking for a spot in the market, but also some of them just want to bring back the style of game that they happen to like. And thanks to that, there's just a lot more diversity in games in general, especially when, you don't necessarily have to get some corporate guy to, throw down and invest in your idea and believe that it's going to sell, because you have the opportunity to go to your audience in advance and say, hey, audience, do you actually exist? Because if you'll give us some money, we will do this thing. That's how we get the Divinity Original Sin games, which are nice, more of throwbacks to the 90s era of isometric RPGs. But that company, Larian Studios, had always been dependent on publisher funding. And publishers were always telling them, look, people don't want turn-based games anymore. People want action RPGs. And that's what you're going to make if we're going to pay you. And so eventually they decided, you know what? We really want to make a throwback turn-based isometric style RPG. And they took it to the people. And they got their funding. And now they're making Baldur's Gate, an action RPG. They're making the third one in that trilogy, and they're doing it their way, in the turn-based style. It's a very nice story, and those are fun little games. They certainly don't. I wouldn't say that they call to mind Ultima too much, except I guess in the sort of. No, even the free roaming isn't really there because the world is broken up into zones, and you kind of never go back to the previous zone. But yes, a kill for Janna. They do give you a lot of freedom, and you can approach a lot of challenges in different ways. It's cool. I guess in a way they're closer to probably a lot of the freedom of Ultimas 1 through 3, in the sense that you are certainly not bound to behave virtuously in these games. But they're a lot of fun. One of the most striking things about them to me is that they have like a cheeky, irreverent tone, which I often just find obnoxious. With a lot of games, I'm a little bored of irony, especially lazy irony. But they're not quite ironic. Like their world is serious, even if like the dialogue sometimes tends towards goofiness. Anyway, they're very cool if you like that 90s style. Found a trap. Key broke. Key broke. Key broke. False positive. Got a short sword. Got some gold. Got some keys. Got a torch. Some food. Doing good. Doing good. No trap. And there was no trap. Good job, Shimino. Chain coif. Sell that. 11 gold. Couple keys. Torches. Food. Very nice. Don't have to be virtuous if you don't want to be. The thing is, I also... It takes a lot of advanced psyching up for me in any kind of RPG to not play someone who largely accords with my own morals. Found the plague. Sorry, Shimino. That's the risk you take when we force you against your will to dig around in guts all day. Janna, take care of that. Yeah, like in my beloved Dark Souls games, there's a boss in both Dark Souls 1 and in Dark Souls 2 that I've never challenged because they are non-aggressive characters. So even when you go into their boss arena, if you don't provoke them, they won't attack you. And in Dark Souls 1, it's kind of a... I consider myself to have done okay. And I feel the best about the Lycaeum and Cove, where I was able to string together that little puzzle. Got a lot of extremely detailed, valuable vision information. I don't think I did as good in Moonglow. And part of why I was willing to just bail on it was because the Shadowlord showed up. But I knew, like, I'm going to be coming back to Moonglow because the food situation here is great. And I assume if I get there and the Shadowlord of Falsehood's not hanging around, that the reagent situation will be good. So I expect to be heading back to Moonglow pretty frequently. So I don't feel like I've maxed it out. Although I met the guy in the tower. So I think I would give myself like a solid B, maybe even a B+. I am positive that I have not exhausted particularly the larger locations there, the Lycaeum and the other one, but I feel not bad. I feel like I had a little forward motion. And yeah. What would you without needing to, say, oh, well, you missed this and this and this, but I know you wouldn't do that. But would you agree with my assessment, or would you score me lower than that? I'm not even going to consider the possibility that you'd score me higher. Boom! Now, let's take a moment and think about what an incredible shot it is to kill an entire swarm of insects with one crossbow quarrel. A lot harder than getting them with a morning star. Yeah, I definitely did bad. I think you weren't there for the very first one, and I did pretty good in that one. Like I found Toshi, I found Julia. I learned about the B-. I'll take it. Honestly, that's great. If it's in the B range, B's to get to Re's, baby. And like I said, I know I'm going back there because Moonglow is my place. I spent so much time going back to Moonglow and Ultima 4, and now that I've seen their food prices, I know I'm going to be doing it again. Yeah, I got off to a decent start, like I said, because I learned about this demon that can help me in the desert, and I found companions, and especially having not. I don't know that I did. Or did I? I talked with a man eating in front of a merchant, but it was someone I'd already talked to, so that can't be who you're referring to. Alright. That one went well. Another successful killing of people. How's Jana doing in her quest to be a little better? She's getting there. Going back to Empath Abbey at some point probably makes sense too, because I did find some stuff there, but I would never rule out the possibility that I missed some stuff too. Well, yeah, I was reading that. Like, I think your assessment is reasonable, although perhaps you stepped away to the kitchen and I did do something that would have got me the B+. Who knows? But I'm certainly feeling good about my progress this weekend. We'll find out eventually. Alright, let's rest. Gweno, you're doing good. You stay up, girl. Play us all to sleep. Play us a lullaby. Random memory that just popped in my head. Long time ago. In fact, this was Chili Champa, who turns in sometimes, was actually involved in this story. Oh, yeah. There's so much going back and forth in Ultima 4. And I mean, how could you not? In a gigantic open world where one of the features of the open world is just people going like, oh, my friend in this other town could tell you something about this thing in a third town. You're gonna wander around. So I was like 12th wheeling it for a hangout with Chili Champa and a bunch of her friends at the time, and they all crashed at her place, and I crashed too, and they went hard the night before, and so they were sleeping in, and I woke up early, and I thought, it'd be a good bit. They're all sleeping in the living room upstairs, and the sun's just starting to come through the sun's coming through the blinds up there. I'm gonna go get my guitar, and I'll sit there in the corner while they're all sleeping, and I'll start playing, morning, do 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 do. Anyway, suffice to say, they did not think it was funny. They thought I was an ass, and indeed, perhaps I was, but come on. And wander in the woods, make the time go by a little faster. Come on, people. 7:24. They're not gonna get up till 10. Might as well see if I can get another fight going. Yeah. Yep, they're it's one of those things that just people kind of, like I said, I feel like Ultima, except for Ultima Online as the progenitor of the MMORPG, I feel like people have kind of, it's slipped out of the popular consciousness, and it's a real shame because these games are, I'm hesitant to say ahead of their time because, like I said, I haven't gone into a Bard's Tale or Might Magic or any of those yet, so I don't know. I don't get the sense from what I've read about wizardry and all those that they are going to have anywhere near the open world feel of this game. Yeah, I guess probably a lot of people don't even remember EverQuest. A lot of folks. Ultima Online was the only one I played. I didn't have a great time with it for various reasons. But I had a great time translating the runic script, and just, I don't know. It's tough for me to say exactly what about this game kind of just stuck into my consciousness for such a long period of time that now, as a much, much older man, $82 for a crossbow I'm never going to use. Sir, you have a deal. Alright. Blow this popsicle stand. You get away from me, sir. I have nothing to share with you. Yeah. I will say that you didn't get a lot of people who were trying to roleplay the Avatar in Ultima Online. Okay, I'll do that. I'll go back and try it in a moment. Yes, I do seek the purest of spell components, madam. Hook me up with... Let's take a few orders of ginseng. You need ginseng more than anything. I'll take 3 because I'm rich in cash right now. And a couple of garlics. And might as well hit up a little spider silk. There, spent a lot of money on reagents, but now we're well reagented, and we still do have $180 left. We're all in good condition. We got food. Right. Oh, I'd like to sell. Want some arrows? We don't deal in used ammunition. It's not used, Ronin. I wouldn't have it to sell to you. It's secondhand. Yeah, sometimes, like, some RPGs are a little more discerning about, like, how much a given shop will buy from you, or, you try to sell a shield to the item shop, and they're like, what would I do with this? Or the, like in Fallout, there's actually, just the people you're trading with only have so much stuff, or Ultima Underworld for that matter, and just, you can't just sell them infinite stuff. And I appreciate that approach, and yet at the same time, oh, giant spider. At the same time, it is sometimes nice to just, unload your stuff quickly, because unloading the stuff isn't necessarily the fun part of the game. You did it, Jana. You're a legend. I played a Genesis. No, I wouldn't quite call it a JRPG, although it is a Japanese RPG, so perhaps I should. Shining in the Darkness, and it's basically like wizardry for babies. Like, it's just a first-person dungeon crawler, with the advantages and disadvantages you would expect from being on console. A lot simpler, but also a lot more fluid with the animation and bright graphics, and for the time, better sound. Now PC doesn't have an obvious sound disadvantage. But one thing I really liked about it was, even though it doesn't have a big world at all, it's just like there's a pub and you can talk to a few people, you can go to the castle and talk to the king's advisors, and then there's just the shops. What the shops do have going on, well done team, Shimino, getting the bug guts, buddy. Food. Well, add it to the pile. Out of the frying pan and into an identical frying pan. It's frying pans all the way down. So, yeah, so things like if you sold something, if you went to the weapon shop and sold them a rare piece of armor, the shopkeeper would actually say, like, I don't usually deal in this kind of stuff, but you know what? All right, I'll give you this for it. And then if you take the price and you sell it, then he goes, I'm going to take this over. I'm going to take this, to the armor shop, and I'll sell it to him, make a little profit on the side. Kind of thought, I really like that. Even if, I don't think it actually counts as profit on the side when, you take an item into your shop and then you resold it in a different way. But that's profit via pretty much the same mechanism. You can do it, Jana. You can do it, Jana. You can do it, Jana. From now on, this will be Armada. Yeah, it felt in my head like that Simpsons reference was going to work a bit better. But auto just rhymes with motto so much better than Jana turns out to. I have a master's degree in English. I probably should have seen that coming. Come on, Jana. It's all you. Yeah. It wasn't terrible. Like, Jana would have just been a disaster. At least I had the ah sound. Alright. Shimino, roll your sleeves up, buddy. Why do I pick on poor Shimino like this? No, he's a ranger. It's his whole thing. Being out in the woods, digging around in the guts. Yes, still. It's been a horrible weekend of just constant, all day long sawing. And when I went out to the grocery store, I walked right past where the sawing was, and I can't see any... I had no idea what they're doing. I didn't see any tree branches down in any of the trees. Nothing looked at all different. What am I wandering around for? Oh, I was just heading back to my skiff. Because I can go. Not today, spiders. I just killed a whole bunch of your brethren. Getting Jana that much closer. Orcs. That's a nice... I like fight. Oof. Lots of orcs. But I like fighting orcs because at this point, they're not just not very tough. They, it's like snakes and giant spiders aren't very tough anymore. But what snakes and giant spiders are is poisonous. And I do not like being poisoned if I can help it. Just one of my quirks. Just don't like to be poisoned. probably swing back through Britain and pick up some more ammunition. Nicely done, Shimino. Alright, Jana. Can you... You probably can't. So, Iolo, take a step over there and save her if it comes to that. Jana's going to try to kill herself an orc. Okay. You can fall back if you need to. Oof. No. He asked me to come back and tell him if I ever found it. But he didn't have a hint. Perhaps I didn't dig enough in the conversation, but it felt like I had exhausted. Oh, it was just a graze, but hate the friend. You never want to see friendly fire. You really want to do damage to your enemies more than your friends, right? Basic combat strategy. Kill the people on the other side of the battlefield. Shimino in here tearing it up. Iolo falling back to protect Jana. All in great condition. Making money over here. Jana is working on that orc. Iolo's here to help if need be. Oh. Barely wounded. Lightly wounded. Okay. You're working on it. Ah. Yeah, so... I mean... Seems like, my instinct tells me, lurk around stables. See if anybody knows there. Heavily wounded. All right, now back off, Iolo. Let Jana try to take him down. He's critical. Get in there just to take the hits, Iolo, even though I suppose Iolo is not the dude who I really should want in there taking hits. Grazed. Come on, Jana. We're serving this up to you on a silver platter. Iolo's in here taking hits for you. He's running. Come on. Still critical. Freaking orc is going to get away. Steal Jana's kill. She worked hard on it, but I mean, what was she supposed to do? She was not... She's a mage, not a fighter. Boom! This looks like it's going to be profitable indeed. No trap. Some stuff. Got another Cove. Key. A torch. Some food. Alright. That wasn't a great one. Trap. Success. There's no trap anymore. Food. Torches. Keys. And a helmet. Well, for all intents and purposes, chain coifs are just money. At this point, I do like money. Got a chain coif, some money, torches, some food. Whew. We might be in the market for a frigate soon, which will be frustrating, I guess, in a sense, that we spent money on a skiff. Who knows? I think I should double check. Because, yeah, if Jana might not, and if she doesn't, I should help her out. Obviously, she's not going to take a ton of hits. Key broke. Success. Torches, keys, and gold. Money in the guts. Love to see it. Well, not actually. I would actually be pretty grossed out, I think. And disappointed. If I found a bunch of money, but it was in a huge pile of guts. Ah, yeah. Okay, if Jana's got a chain coif, I think the whole team is coifed out. But let's, or better. Yeah, I see you, spiders. We're cocky. We're just letting you creep up on us because we know we can kill you pretty easy. Well, we'll march forward at first to give Jana a shot. Lightly wounded. She's working on it. We can kill the other one, so we're not... Keep our risk of poison as low as possible. Kill for Jana. I have received a message of some sort. Pardon me a moment. Oh, no. An Uber Eats notification. I wish... Actually, I can probably just turn those off. For the very least, I wish that they didn't make the same sound. Like, I'm just not attentive enough to my phone because I hate it. So I wind up with things like sound that I want to just be telling me when I get a text message. Oh, let's kill the rats. Ah, it's a lot of rats. That doesn't matter. We can easily kill a lot of rats. We're a tough bunch of customers. So we're going to get poisoned all to hell, which is a shame. Or maybe we won't. I should be an optimist. We're going to kill all these rats before they even get a chance to poison us. I don't actually feel super confident in that prediction. Especially with the aim that the heroes are putting forth at the moment. Ooh. And that one's only lightly wounded. Alright. Heavily wounded. That's something. Ooh. Now. Thought we might get a kill for Jana. Huh? Yeah, steal the kill, Avatar. Okay, we're laughing so far. That one poisoning, but you know what? For the number of rats, it's not over yet, but this is not a bad start. Kill for Jana. Love to see it. Alright. Yeah, we're making out okay. In fact, since Iolo's on point for this last rat, I think we're gonna be alright. Except for Iolo. But Iolo's never really doing great. So a poor constitution, our Iolo. Constantly poisoned or just beaten to death. Okay, the rat's critical. This is your chance, Jana. This is your time to shine. Duffs it. Alright. Oh. The rat, like a fool, isn't going to flee. Shouldn't have moved the avatar forward. That's a risk of poisoning. But... Come on, Jana. At least she didn't get a massive critical hit and kill Iolo. Alright, come on. Come on, Jana. Nicely done. Alright. Well, Gweno, well, it's your turn. Let's throw an and Nox on our boy. Iolo. Your man. A simple trap. Okay. So simple is harder than just trap, I gather. Or it's a false positive. Nope. Oh, that beggar. Do I have any Anox left? Yes, I do. I'm loaded for reagents. And I said this was going to be a short one, and now 2 hours, 10 minutes in, and I don't feel like stopping yet. Because this is an engrossing game. And there are so many... One thing I really like, the open world nature combined with like the way the conversations and the puzzles and all that work. And then add on to that the way that like combat and all that, you know, the classic video game RPG portions. They all work in ways that give you so many different, like, you can progress in a lot of ways. You can feel like you're getting somewhere through a lot of different methods. Like, for example, just killing rats. Yeah. Put it all on the line and see if I get poisoned. There's a kill. Alright, one poisoning so far. With this many rats, that's not so bad. Man, Gweno, come on. Get with the program. There's a kill. If I were a more patient man, I would more often adopt the let them come to me strategy. And if it was a high stakes kind of, you know, it was a battle like, you know, I'm fighting the guards to the altar room that I need to get to or something like that, then I'm more inclined to, you know, hunker down and really take no risks. Whereas here, oh, come on. Come on, Jana. We're getting you this rat kill. The Avatar will practice the virtue of sacrifice and just let this rat gnaw on him. Alright. Oh, none mixed. That's fine. We'll fix this up once we get out of here. Alright, Shimino. No trap. Gold. Yeah, you can't expect rats to have that much gold. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't quite think that was a criticism, but it is true that, you know, there's often a real point to be made in favor. Aha, success with the simple trap. Point to be made in favor of letting them come to you, especially when if they can't shoot and you've got shooters. You know, as long as you don't mind your shooters rocketing ahead in experience, there's a lot to be said for letting them do the work. I think in Ultima 4, I really should have adopted a strategy of just get everybody ranged weapon, the best ranged weapon they can handle, and do that. I missed a bloodstain because I was standing in it, which is kind of gross. Let's mix up some Nox, ginseng and garlic. Mix them. Let's just do 8 for now. Let's do 11. And then I'll know that I have 10. As I resume questing. Alright. Well, not chopping for arrows just yet. We missed our shot. So, let's hunger down the woods. Actually, before we even do that. Oh, 0. Let's check in on Jana. Ooh. You love to see it. Alright, Gweno. Oh, I should have put Julia on. Oh well. Gweno's in good enough shape. No luck with the apparition, but no getting attacked by a million slimes like last time we camped near Britain. So, on the whole, we'll call that success. Take a look at my pocket watch here. 4:47. Should have stayed up a little later. We'll kill this single spider, and if we can, we'll let Jana do it. Come on, Jana. Barely wounded. Critical. And this spider's not running. Because even if it gets out of her sling range, I'll just bite the bullet and use a grab pour. Okay. I just want to know. What's a giant spider worth? 3. So 2 more of those. And Jana will join the majority of her companions. Well, this could be it. Probably not, because it is. Be tough for Jana, I think, to kill both of these without me accepting too much poisoning. And it's not going to work if she's going to throw like a mage. Alright, Shimino, don't kill it. Oh. I meant hit it, but just not so hard that you kill it. Come on, somebody help Jana. Okay. We'll let Jana do this one all on her own, team. Heck yeah. Oh no, Shimino. Didn't look carefully enough, buddy. Alright. Waiting for the sun. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo. And wander in the woods a little bit to while away some of the morning. In hopes that young Gwyneth will get out of bed and open up the shop, even though her parents aren't around to force her to do so in a timely fashion. First I'd like to sell Gweno. Sell you a couple chain coifs. Sell you one small shield. That's good. It's a shame, in one sense, to... Fortunately, the ammo is so cheap that the fact that you're buying a fill-up... So Oh! Wait, no. Sorry. Sorry about that, Gweno. Yes, I'll take arrows. And I'll take quarrels. So in a sense, that's overspending for the quarrels, but it's not overspending by a lot. So I'm going to be fine with that. Okay, I don't need any of the rest of this stuff. A magic bow. You know what? Let me look at the magic bow. 1168. Oh, like during the battle? That's good to know. No, I can't not buy one, Gwyneth. Can't not as a double negative. That's not what I meant to say. Okay. Let's do it. Let's hit the seas again. Not the high seas, but just the inner coastal waters. Oh, Mr. Orc. Can't get me. Can't get me. Ooh, a lighthouse. Fogsbane. That is a great name for a lighthouse. Way better than Greyhaven now that I think about it. Greyhaven sounds like we're like welcoming the fog. Oh my. You know what? It's almost certainly just telling me that it is a lighthouse called Fogsbane. Oh, for a second I was like, these folks are in bed, but of course they are. They're lighthouse keepers. They have a very good reason to not start work at 10 a.m. unless it's extremely, extremely foggy. And even then, I don't know if this lighthouse is equipped with a foghorn. Bright light. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a simple effect, but it is nice to look out windows. Okay, up for a late breakfast, folks? Not yet. Okay. I really want to find out what these folks are all about, so I'll kill a little time. Wander back and forth. Child. A villager. Super creepy, the avatar. Just be inspecting these people whilst they sleep. But you know what? It could be worse, right? They could, Did I miss something? Something so obvious that I didn't notice it? Tower is round. Is there just a whole other side that I haven't investigated? Okay. Let me see what I can work out here. Keep an eye out for secret doors. No. No luck. gonna be another external door. Yeah, what? Nope. Alright. That was worth a shot. These folks are never gonna get out of bed. Okay. Let's go around outside. No. It's not clicking for me. Weathered young girl. Well, Jennifer. What's your job? I could guess. Live here and help my grandpa with the light. Grandpa? He is old and very wise. Wise? Or woes? He was once a great mariner. He's traveled throughout the great sea. Great? No. Sea? Should ask him. Yeah, I should. Yeah. Heck yeah, sir. What's your name, sir? Jotham. Look at the wall north of the ladder. Okay. Maybe my eyes aren't unfocusing enough. Because I didn't see any secret doors, but obviously you're nudging me pretty hard. So I'll take a look. I once sailed upon the open seas. It's many years ago when I was much younger. Journey? Voyage? Younger? Now I leave such things to others. Others? Seas are very dangerous these days. Dangerous? Great whirlpools caused by the collapse of caverns deep below the floor in the underworld. Whirlpools. They say there are some who say that the ships they drag under lie beached deep within the recesses of the earth. Wow. Underworld. That. Drag. Okay. Beached. Alright. Watch out for reefs. Thanks, sir. Light a torch. Ho ho! What a strange secret area. Well, I know it's here. Yeah. Right, of course. Making note of the size and shape of structures to notice when there are missing or unfilled portions. I'm going to go back through Jennifer just once here because travels. Okay. And I think I did say the word travels to the old man. So I think I'm going to double check. Oh. I didn't use travels. I know I used voyages. Journeys is the other word I tried to use. Ah. Okay. Well, still, it's good to know that whirlpools take ships into the underworld and beach them there. That's a whole different underworld function. This would be, in practice, I think, a very difficult way to sleep. Just with every few seconds, the lighthouse light blasting at you. Yes. Gweno will watch. Oh, faithful Gweno. Yeah. Just a smashing time for Lord British to show up. Ah, well. No, it didn't matter. We're doing great just off the rest. Okay. Hopping back on the ship. Avoiding those hazardous waters. Yeah. Put your iron helm on backwards for the night. I really ought to be doing this with reference to the map. I see where I am, of course. Pretty easily. I got all this money now. What time is it, though? Because I'm doing fine for food at the moment, so I won't pop into pause. Alright. Scrolling down. We're going to just go past Trinsic and then get to those isles. I suppose I'm not going to start doing this today, but especially when I'm on the mainland, there's really no reason for me not to knock off all the shrines, given that as the Avatar, I already know all the mantras, and I also know where the shrines are. Get all of these details about the Codex. Okay, now we're in here in this little mess of islands. And I believe that this one has Serpent's Hold on it. Was there also like a little village by Serpent's Hold? I don't remember. Well, let's go ashore. There's Serpent's Hold. We made it. Sign, I'll just say, welcome to Serpent's Hold. I'm going to waste my time. Sign. Folks! Guards. Guards are so surly. And these are the nice guards that don't actually work for the dictatorship. Lots of folks asleep. Tall, strong man, you don't say. I am the lord of this castle and the surrounding land. Oh. It's not Jeffrey. I held back on asking him his name because it's like I shouldn't have to ask my friends their name. That would be too long of a sheet name. I'm just going to call this sheet S Hold. Now, this is Lord Malone, the ruler here. Okay. Castle. This area of the kingdom was entrusted to my ancestors by Lord British in payment for their deeds of valor. Valor? My great-grandfather was the famous Sir Percy, who cleared the local countryside of dragons many decades ago. Percy? Dragons? British? I fear the Lord British is no more. He's been missing for some time. I feel sure if he still lived, he would deal with the imposter Blackthorn. Yeah, makes sense. It'd be strange if there was only one tall guy in the whole world. But the heart hopes. He's not even the only tall guy who loves valor. Blackthorn. What's your feelings on that? Bastion of Courage. It's one of the last redoubts. Hell yeah, it is. Courage? You should be able to help me with courage. Even Nosfenter dares not cross the sacred threshold of Serpent's hold. Who's Nosfentor? That is helpful information. Shadowlord of Cowardice, Nosfentor. Okay. Well, I feel like I've really gotten something out of this. Gardener. How you doing, Gardener? Keeper of the Flame. Keeper. Attend this flame of virtue against the darkness of Blackthorn and the Shadow Lords. Flame? Yeah. Blackthorn? Visions? Is this a really detailed dungeon navigating vision? Avatar, I can offer thee my vision of the Shard of Cowardice to aid thee on thy quest. Upon the Isle of the Avatar, there lies a dungeon. At its bottom lies a small, cavernous room of the underworld. Okay. However, there are many more such small chambers, near enough to be reached by one with the proper magic. So I'm thinking that's either the blink spell, whatever that's called now, or there's like multiple levels of blink. Like there's a blink that can go through walls and there's a blink that doesn't. We shall see. But that's super helpful. Many uses of such magic and a great deal of exploration. One may find the Shard of Cowardice. I already feel like that's going to be a pretty tedious part of the game. But that's okay. It lies at the location which upon the surface would be recorded. Okay. This is vital information. Let me just translate that, because they don't do... It's an interesting quirk of Britannia that they don't do latitudinal and longitudinal coordinates with numbers. They do them with letters. And now, even above and beyond that, with the runic script. So, this is L apostrophe A. I need a sextant. L apostrophe Y. My interest now is magic. Can you tell me more of magic? Okay, fair enough. Bye, buddy. Super duper helpful. I'm called Christy. How you doing, Christy? Oh. What's your job? Cook for the hungry mouths. In this castle, the inhabitants as well as any visitors. Inhabitants and visitors. Visitors? What? We don't have too many these days. What is thy name? I'm James. A few weeks ago, there was a strange, silent mage who ate here. He gave me 5 skull keys as payment. He said they are magic and powerful, worth many gold pieces. I have no use for them. I will sell them to thee for 100 gold crowns. Wouldst thou like to buy them? I don't think that's a good price for keys unless these skull keys are different from regular keys. I suppose I'll have another chance. I'm going to say no. Oh. Yes, I do want to know. I just want to know. This is something I want to know. Because I'm about to say yes either way, actually, I think. But I'm being... For anyone watching on YouTube, I'm just waiting for the chat to tell me what to do. It's a difficult decision. Oh, the suspense. As well, look in the lore book for a moment. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Magic keys. All right. Yes, Christy, this is going to work out for everyone. Thank you. Great. Thanks, Christy. Glad that we could work out a mutually agreeable solution. Guard offers no response. He's a jerk. But he paths his way around since I was blocking his path. That's nice. Oh. Well, scan this wall carefully. It makes the world feel lived in to have these pointless secrets. Like, because there are reasons why you can imagine it would be beneficial for your castle to have a secret back door. For fleeing, among other things, for example. Huh? Guards are either the shift's over or it's dinner break. Come see you at your shop? What is your shop? Oh, some kind of... Makes sense there'd be an armory in Serpent's Hold. And now it's nighttime. Can we find an empty bed? Someone's kicking us out of this bed. But let's do it. Yeah. Sorry about that. Why don't I have a torch lit? Everyone's asleep now. We're going to want to do more here. But you know what? It's probably a good time for me to say that it's been a successful day of adventuring. Oh, we can't even leave. Okay, come on. Let's find... Oh, people are up. Oh, they're guards. Surly, surly guards. Okay, here's some free beds. Just let me sleep. No luck. The other people got up. What's this place? Dark underbelly of the Serpent's Hold. Oh, where the flame is. Hey, Gardener. We've already talked. While you were on your break. Probably would have preferred me to keep him company while he was working than to bother him during his break. Well, let's exit out the secret door. Oh, of course, they relocked it. Head out into the world. Alright. Well, this... Yeah, that makes sense. That they have 8 beds. They don't just share the beds. So, yeah. This is a good place to shut it down. This was a... Yeah. Last weekend, at the end of the weekend, I said, hey, I think we've got this virtuous cycle. And we're going to start, digging in. And now we're digging in. Yeah. Yeah. Always just, always struggling with the people's daily rhythms in this game. And their strange sleeping habits. But yeah, this is, it's all lighting up. I mean, not only did I find out today that learning the names of the Shadowlords would be helpful in defeating them, or at least that's what I thought that I learned. Now I feel very confident since I learned the name of a Shadowlord. There's definitely more people in the Serpent's Hold I'm going to want to talk to. So stopping here is a good spot, because I'll pop back in and walk around some more, see what more we can learn. We've got our skiff. I had a lead on something in Jalome, so I'll head for Jalome next time. Was that what Malik... No, Malik sent me towards the... Anyway, I've got the whole spreadsheet. I can find that out. But it's all coming together. We'll keep on hitting the... When I go over to Jalome, I might as well hit the Shrine of Valor. Keep waking the shrines up and getting my shrine quests. And we are on the path to getting Lord Blackthorn off the throne and hopefully also even helping Lord Blackthorn if he's actually been waylaid and corrupted by these Shadowlords. But it's all coming together. We're having fun. And I have no idea who, if anyone, besides you, British, tuned in today. Certainly didn't enjoy us in the chat, but if anybody watched, if anybody's watching right now who isn't British, thanks for tuning in. And British, thanks for hanging out. It's a real pleasure to have you as my companion. And the others, Lars and Stupinsky and Beezy when they show up. And I look forward to continuing the journey next weekend. So you take care of yourselves, and I'll try to do the same with my own body. Let's all practice the virtues, be compassionate to the people that we meet. Peace and love, baby. Oh, you're typing into the chat just as I ended, but fortunately I still had my ending screen up. So I will say, yes, Scarbray and Magentia, which I know at some point there's going to be a new Magentia. I don't know if that's been built yet or if it's still a ruin, so I'm looking forward to finding that out. We're definitely going to need a frigate or a moongate to get there. But those are the things that will be, yeah, when we pop around the horn in the skiff, we can hit Scarbray. So it's all coming together. Looking forward to it. All right. Now, you have a nice Sunday. I'll do the same. Peace.